This is Ernest. So I want to talk to you today about video chatting video chatting versus face-to-face communication. So I have fallen in love with Ukrainian or Eastern European ladies ever since I have first gone to Odessa, Ukraine in late April 2018. Even though I am a dark-skinned man, of course, I'm dark-skinned, average income, little chance to connect or even talk to attractive women, particularly attractive white women in the United States. At least I can always succeed, you know, abroad. Yeah, so I got, a guy like me who looks like me, dark skin, I have a better chance of, attracting a woman outside my race in like Eastern Europe. I mean, the good thing about dating women overseas is that I can choose, you know, who I want to date, and I know a woman's gonna probably most likely feel the same way. Don't have to worry about discrimination or so. You know, so I'll get to my notes. I can grow my wealth in the stock market, real estate market, and crypto market through compound interest. Compound interest is like, yeah, I think the interest that you get, like you keep, buying more shares of different, stocks and exchange trade funds, index funds, cryptocurrencies, real estate funds. And then, yeah, the more shares you buy and the longer you keep them, the more money you get. And that's called compound interest. It's also called compounding or compound growth or compound annual growth rate. And I think it's short for CAGR. That's basically what I learned, as teaching myself, about financial literacy. That's why, I want to recommend, that's why I want you guys to also teach yourself about financial education. Get a notebook or get your phone or computer, go on Google Docs or Microsoft Word and just create a dictionary. Words you don't understand, financial keywords you don't understand. I highly recommend you can go on Investopedia. Yeah, Investopedia.com. They got a fixed financial dictionary. A lot of complicated words. You may not understand what they mean, what they are, but get your notebook or get your phone or your computer and just create a dictionary. Write down those words. You look them up, look up a definition on Google, then you understand, like just like I have. I mean, because that's all it is words, complicated words. The main thing is just write them down and then find out what they mean on Google or then Google AI search something. Then break it down, simplify the definition, and then it'll tell you exactly what each financial keyword means. And that's what helps me a lot. And then I just felt like I've been investing for years, even though actually I've been investing since August last year. So August, yeah, it's already May, be almost 9 months. I've been investing, you know, and of course I have multiple accounts, to make sure that I always have money and I don't run out of money and I don't have to worry about my money being stolen or hacked or so. I highly recommend that you do the same, grow your money through investing, constant investing, different assets, real estate, cryptocurrencies, stocks, exchange trade funds, so on. Focus on the popular ones. You watch other videos on YouTube, hear what YouTubers have to say about what to invest, and get your notebook or your phone or computer and just write down those words, and then look up the definition on Google. They'll help you a lot, like they did with me. So I'm gonna get back to my notes. However, there is nothing more exciting in this world than building a healthy and positive relationship with a woman who has respect for men, takes them seriously, accepts them for who they are, and wants to marry and grow old with one who suits her personality traits. So I want to talk to you, of course, you're American or a Western guy, about the differences between having paid video chats with Ukrainian or Eastern European ladies and meeting them for physical dates. So I'm going to give you two benefits and one disadvantage for each of them. All right, so I'm going to talk about, I just want to talk about paid video chats with Ukrainian or Eastern European ladies. The first benefit is paid video chats with profile ladies, which you can purchase on foreignchatweb.com. That's right, you can go on foreignchatweb.com and sign up, register for free. Wait for Elizabeth to add profiles, the ladies there. Also, different gifts you can buy for the ladies. Wait for her to add profiles there. You can see which lady you're interested in having a video chat with, and then buy video chats with lady service for like $50. You can also, buy more video chats with her, the same lady, or different ladies, whatever you decide. That's your choice. Let's see. I'll get to my notes. The first benefit is virtually connecting with her or another female in your comfort zone. So it's a thought of, I can talk about my experience when I first started video chatting with a Ukrainian lady named Victoria. I was kind of nervous, but as I kept having video chats with her, and then of course with other women, fitness trainer Valeria. It was nerve wracking, but yet I enjoy it. It's just the thought of having a video chat, seeing a beautiful woman on my, computer screen or TV screen or phone screen, and I can talk to her and I can be myself, and I don't have to worry about her, trying, ask me for money or taking advantage of me or making me feel uncomfortable or whatever. I can just be myself, and that's why I want a lot of men, including you and other men, to experience that. To like be in your room, or your friend's house, or wherever you feel comfortable, and have a beautiful woman on your phone screen or TV screen or computer screen. You can talk to her, and of course you both gonna have a translator who's gonna help you communicate with each other. The translator is going to exchange your words, which is English, and to the lady's word, which is Ukrainian. Back and forth, back and forth. And so that way you and she can feel more comfortable, open up to each other. And if you and she decide to have a second video chat or third one or subsequent, then you guys can really feel, build that comfort between each other. Hopefully what I'm saying, it makes sense. Let's see, so I want to talk, her looks, of course. You're going to probably be amazed to see how beautiful she is the first time, your first video chat with her. And then seeing her fashion, seeing what she's wearing, what's her style like, her personality, get to know, what kind of woman she is. She can get to know what kind of man you are, and see if, whether or not you guys are a good match for each other, or not, or they're not, move on to the next woman. She can move on to the next guy. What matters is just staying positive and respectful to each other. And of course, we have, a translator. Translator might be Elizabeth or someone else. She's going to help you, of course, open up, feel comfortable, of course, hear your thoughts, your honest thoughts, whether or not she or you, both of them, want to have another video chat or want to grow a relationship. If not, or just move on to someone else. What matters is just helping you and the lady find someone special. That's why Foreign Chat Web Business exists. Let's see, and move on to the next benefit of having paid video chat with Ukraine or Eastern European lady. So I got here, having a assigned translator to strengthen both of your relationship. Let's see. Yeah, the relationship barrier, of course. The translator or interpreter. She's going to help you get to know the lady, the profile lady. I wrote get to know you and her separately. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the interpreter or translator is going to want to get to know you, who, what kind of person you are, you know, what your intentions, what your goals, so on. She's also going to want to get to know the profile lady. Same thing with that too, get to know, so that way she can do her best to connect you with her, with that lady you're interested in, you know, and getting to know or connecting, vice versa, you know. And I would say, yeah, overcome language barrier. Of course, the interpreter or translator is going. She's gonna go back and forth translating your words, which is English, into the language of the lady you're interested in. I'm gonna say profile lady, which is Ukrainian. And then the Ukrainian lady has something to say to you. Translator is going to translate her words, which is Ukrainian, to back to your language, which is English. Back and forth, back and forth. And then let's see, I mentioned the cultural barrier. So she's gonna help you. Yeah, the translator, interpreter is gonna help you. You know, that's right. Overcome that cultural barrier and accept and care for each other unconditionally. I mean, if you keep having video chat with the same profile lady, eventually that's going to happen. Like I said, because of my experiences, that's happened with me, with Valeria, even the other woman that I started video chatting with, Victoria. Now we accept each other. We start focus on who we are. We don't really care much about our differences, language barrier or relationship barrier or any other barriers, because we start seeing as we get to know each other, we start overcoming those barriers and start seeing each other for who we are on the inside, and that's what happens. You know, that's what usually happens. That's what God has intended for human connection. Let's see. Move on to a disadvantage. The disadvantage of having paid video chat with Lady is not having physical contact with her. So yeah, you can talk and see that profile Lady on your computer, TV, or a phone screen. It's good, but the only thing is you cannot witness how attractive she is in the flesh. And you don't really get a chance to, fully understand her character. Because sometimes you can have video chat. Yeah, based on my experience, you can have video chat with a lady and think that she's amazing, she's gorgeous, she's nice, and so. But then if you meet her in person, you might be, a little disappointed. She might not be, she might act or look like a different person, physically than she does on, video chatting screen. And, it could be, sometimes you might be, just discouraged and feel like you'll never find, that amazing woman, you know. Let's see. Yes, I mean, that's why, it's good to have video chat with lady, but if you don't meet her in person, you can probably still focus on that fantasy, focus on, illusion or so. I mean, in some ways, kind of like, man, just looking at photos of a lady he's interested in. He keeps writing letters, but he never, he never goes to meet her overseas because of fear and any other excuse that he has. And that's why, it's good at, that's the only thing, you really don't get to know her. you just pretty much just focus on how she looks and who she is on your computer, TV, or phone screen. So I'll move on. If you prefer to be in the presence of a stunning lady in Odessa, Ukraine, if it is still safe to travel there, or another Eastern European city where Elizabeth, she's the manager, she's my business partner, and she also has a dating agency in Odessa, Ukraine called Just Mary. So where Elizabeth or her assigned translator advises you to visit by a singles vacation consultation service with Elizabeth or her translator so that one of them can video chat and help you plan your vacation. So of course, she is going to help you with face-to-face communication with your possible dates. I want to now discuss the two benefits and one disadvantage of face-to-face communication. So I got the first benefit is having physical access with one, two, or more attractive ladies. So you're going to be exposed, if you go on a trip to Odessa, Ukraine, if it's safe there, or somewhere nearby in Eastern Europe like Poland, Moldova, Belgium, wherever Elizabeth or a translator advise you to go and meet and date and connect with ladies. You're gonna be exposed to like different women, different, body features, different hair colors, eye colors, different, fashion styles, so on. You're gonna be exposed to different ladies. You're gonna see how amazing they are. They're gonna be like, probably feel like you died and went to heaven, like I have. It's just you're gonna be overwhelmed, not gonna be able to choose. So that's why it's, getting to know them well individually and dating them. That's what's gonna help you narrow down your list to one or a few ladies, based on their personality traits. I wrote, getting to know them individually, so that way you can choose the one who's right for you and make sure she feels the same way about you too. So, the second benefit I got is increasing your comfort and confidence with support from Elizabeth or a translator. So, you increase your comfort level once you get to know your translator. She's going to get to know you personally, vice versa, and and you're going to feel more comfortable around her. She's going to feel more comfortable around you. You're also going to build more confidence with beautiful women like I have. Be able to be yourself and not come up with, corny lines or awkward lines or so. Just be yourself, and connect with people regardless. If they reject you, then you move on. And the good thing about going overseas is if someone rejects you, you can easily and quickly move on to the next lady, the next woman. Also, if you have a problem with your translator, you let Elizabeth know. Maybe Elizabeth would give you a different translator, or she'll try to work things out with the translator, so that way she and you can, get along with each other and improve the relationship. And that's why I wrote, befriending your interpreter and stay in touch with her. Please do that. I highly recommend that you stay in contact with your translator. Because she knows, just like Elizabeth, she knows a couple of ladies that, who have great qualities and so on. And let me, I don't even want to interrupt me, while I'm recording this video for you. Stay in contact with your translator, so that way she can help you. You stay in contact with her, video chat, email, text, so on. She's gonna help you find the one of your dreams. I feel that's what Elizabeth's doing with me. And I highly recommend that you do that. So I got here. Let's see the disadvantage. Having face-to-face communication with your possible date is lacking extra time, money, resources, etc. for a deeper connection with a lady. So yeah, you will have your limits with unlimited women. Some ladies are going to move on with their lives. You might lose, contact with the ladies. Some ladies might lose interest in you. You might lose interest in them. It happens. That's the reality of just dating in general. Whether you date overseas or you date here in the United States or Mexico, Canada, or whatever Western country you're from, people are going to move on regardless. And let's see, and the ones, the ladies who do remain interested in you and you're interested in them still, you can still buy video chats with them. You can still buy video chats with lady services for a continuation with them. The ones that you have met and dated in Ukraine, because of course, I met Victoria and Valeria, met them physically. Yeah, I met them, and then I had video chats with them, and I'm glad that it's better. You know, it's better than to just move on to other ladies and things don't work out, and then you go back to square one. I would say meet a lady in person, and then have a paid video chat with her. You know, let's see a little of my notes. So I'm gonna say which one is better in my opinion. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say face-to-face communication. Get one or two good reasons. The first reason is, let's see, I'm trying to think. Seeing how beautiful they are in person. You know, just seeing how beautiful they are and getting to know them one by one. So those are my reasons. If you have a different opinion, you can choose one that's right for you, or pick both of them. So hopefully my words encourage you. Please like, subscribe, comment. I would appreciate it, and I'll talk to you in the next video.